Hey, where is Terry at now? You know he was late last week. Am I gonna have to start getting him like somebody to open up for him? Okay, you guys, let's see. Drop it down so that when he does come on, my head is right here, or should be a little lower. I'm just trying to avoid cutting my head off when I record the whole thing. Like my head is always cut off at the top. Yes, y'all. I like the noodle. Okay, so while we're waiting on Terry, as usual, I will go ahead and ask you guys, do you know? Oh, there's Terry. Okay, yes. Let me add him in here. There. We're going for that. Ah! Now he made me drop my other thing.
You're late.
Hey.
Hey, you're late.
Never fails those kids. Like right at the time I'm supposed to do something. Now, I ain't got a phone call from them in 2 weeks and they live here. But right at 1 o'clock, the phone.
Oh, got you.
Right. I swear to So I'm trying to do this because I noticed that you know how my head be cut off
Yeah.
at the top. So maybe if I'm down a little lower when I reduce it, it won't be. Do you have your Facebook people on there? Your Facebook vigilantes. Are you going Facebook Live, Terry?
Yeah.
I need you to go Facebook Live.
Yes. Yes.
So where are you at now? I don't see your leather recliner.
Oh, I'm in a different part of my home.
Of the East Wing?
Yeah, exactly. The East Wing.
What's up?
Yeah. I just spilt something. Just give me a second. I had my snacks and my drink already set up. So give me just a second. I got it.
Last week.
Huh?
The snacks did not go over well last week.
Well, not popcorn this time. It's just a sandwich.
Oh, that's even worse.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll just get some peanuts.
Oh, that's even double worse.
Okay, then I just won't eat. But I got a drink.
Okay. You can drink then. We'll go ahead and let you drink.
Where did you go?
Yeah, I got a different little setup today.
Yeah, I see. You're in your bedroom.
Yeah, the bars are better in here.
Well, you gotta do what you gotta do. Plus,
and
plus, you provide men with a fantasy anyway.
Yeah, it's just a fantasy. Okay. Okay, let's fix up a little bit. Hey, you guys. There.
What up? What up, everybody in the his aisle? We about to make this thing pop.
We about to make
with
pop. Let me put on my Clout Chaser Inspector glasses. These are the glasses that I inspect who would be Clout Chaser of the weekend. Mm-hmm. And when I go when Terry says somebody that's I don't agree with, and
okay.
An agreement, the glasses are back on. Okay. So Terry, you had a long list of me.
Yeah, I did, and I see that you had your own list as well.
Well, I just, go by what's popular. Some of the stuff people do is just so trivial. I'm just like, you know what? And then some of the people I know, and I know they're following me, and I can't, really say what I want to say.
Mm.
But I am gonna weigh in on Nicole Ari Parker because she is a dear, sweet friend of mine.
Oh,
And
is she?
yeah. Because that kind of bothered me a little bit, you know, because of how people looked up to them. It almost reminded me of how Ray J was mad because Princess said something about them and the brand and how other people, you know what I mean? When other people view you a certain way and
Yeah.
say something that to the public that doesn't put it in a good light. So Terry had a really good clout chaser of the week. And I don't know if this person was chasing clout or truly just trying to figure out, you know, how to get the public to weigh in on something. Because sometimes, like, your mate doesn't get it. Like, now, this is probably what Princess was talking about. Unless she goes public with something and puts it on social media, then Ray J doesn't think that it's of importance, you know?
Oh, okay.
On social media, and now all the fans are telling you, now you hear it. But I think that goes back to a men thing when men don't hear us. But then when their friends tell them, then they hear what their friends say, and you like, baby, I've been saying that all week. What are you talking about? From Steps, what's up? Jamal, who's been chasing clout the hardest this week? So we're gonna start with Nicole Ari Parker and Boris Kojo because that's been a huge subject. So Terry, tell me how you will weigh in on Nicole making a statement that, you know, like Boris isn't giving her any attention, and the attention she had when they, you know, once upon a time, they have been married 20 years. So after 20 years, is it like a brother and sister thing, a roommate thing? Or should the man still keep it, you know, hot and sizzling?
Well, first of all, I think they've been married since 2006, which probably seems like 20 years, but it's been actually 14. And they have a couple of kids, and they have done um, they have cultivated an image of themselves in a brand as a very happy couple. But this past week, Nicole Ari Parker went on IG Live with a comedian, and she said that this past year her marriage has gone stale, like 2 day old oatmeal. And so anybody who's tried to eat old oatmeal
Like
or cereal that, huh?
oatmeal gets stale after like 15 minutes.
Right. And so obviously for a year, it seems like it's been stale a long time. So it's just like you leave bread out on the counter and you try to eat it and it's hard and nasty. So she's saying that there's no more spontaneity. She envies the single life. And all while she's complaining and listing the things that Boris Kojo is not doing, he's sitting there eating furiously. You could tell that he's upset. Like
So
he's in
his wine like,
right. I mean, he's drinking fast. He's eating fast. He ain't happy. He's tripping because he's like, why is this chick putting me on full furnace blast?
so
And,
were they booed up when they was doing this, or were they like touching,
well,
or what did you think about that body language?
well, that body language is that they were next to each other, but they weren't touching. But the people who they were talking to, I forgot the name of the comedian, him and his wife, they were booed up. And she said that, you know, I missed the times where he used to come up behind me and kiss me on the back of my neck while I'm fixing eggs. And the comedian said, well, I do that all the time. And Boris Kojo is furiously eating the snacks like I was last week with the popcorn. He was and he wouldn't stop. And then he took a sip, and then he would eat, and he kept eating. He was eating furiously, and he kept looking at her side eye as if I want to smack the hell out of her.
Wow.
So that's what I saw with the body language.
Because he just was on T.I.'s podcast, talking about how I would never disrespect my wife like that. When T.I. and Tiny were asking him what did they do to keep it strong, and he was acting like it was strong and on.
Well, in his eyes, it's probably good because they're doing the roommate thing. So after a certain amount of time, the romance seems to die out, and you're just doing the roommate thing. So you're providing for the family, being a good father to the children. You're paying all the bills. You take her to her dental appointments and all that kind of stuff. So you become like roommates instead of married couple. And so they're like all of his responsibilities have been taken care of. He's good. So
You
what
know,
happened?
notice though, in the last year, Nicole's been working a lot. Like she got her own car commercial. Was she driving? I don't know what kind of car it was, but I was like, okay, she's on Empire and she is big time on Empire. Okay, she not just playing a little role.
Well, it was. It's over now, unfortunately.
I mean now, but for the last, like, the kind of checks she probably been bringing in from Empire alone.
Yeah, and that's just the thing.
That's
See,
that.
a lot of
And wait a minute, she had 2 love interests on Empire where she was booed up, kissing this other man, like some serious love stuff was going on, with her and somebody else. So maybe Boris has been so busy working, sometimes a man likes to be the one that's, bringing in the bacon. And for him to keep up with them Empire checks, although they have both been working because he's on Station 19, but that Lee Daniels check, that's a long, strong check right there. So
yeah, that's a
they're just, to me, I've never seen both of them working at the same time, like as hard as I have in the past 5 years. Because when Sophie was younger, their daughter that suffers from spinal bifida, only one of them could work at a time because the other one had to care for her. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Working at the same time. So maybe, they're just kind of 2 ships passing in the night. And when you get home, you just dead tired.
But the thing is that yeah, exactly. But and the thing also about things are cyclical. And this happened with a lot of group members. This happened with a lot of the Serena and Venus sisters. At first, it was Venus that was shining all the time, and then it became Serena's turn.
Right.
In a group situation, at first with New Edition, it was Ralph Tresvant, and then it became Bobby Brown's turn, and he went off solo, and then it became BBD's turn. So things are cyclical, and that could bring up resentments because somebody might say, "Well, Ralph is getting all the love in the beginning." And Bob, some of the group members and some of the fans said that Bobby was jealous, so he went off and did his own thing. And then he went off and did his own thing, and then BBD popped off. And then Ralph Tresvant looked like the one that was not popping anymore, like he was a has-been. So I'm thinking that sometimes cyclical success, it comes at different times for different people, and that can also bring up a lot of resentments because maybe, Boris has not been showing her the love because she's popping, he's not, and he's anxious to get moving and to get back in the movies because he did star in that movie. I forgot the name of it, a thriller movie, where the woman and the wife cheated on him.
We know Empire.
No. We're talking about the one with Boris Kodjoe where the wife cheated on him. It was a full-length feature movie. It was out a couple of years ago, and so he had his success, and now she has her success. And so we don't know what the dynamics of the relationship or the marriage is, but the thing is that sometimes when one or the other is doing well, the other one who is not doing as well at that time might have some resentments, and that might lead to a lack of intimacy between 2 partners. But also, after 15 years, it's going on 15 years they've been married. Maybe some of the spark has gone out, and Nicole Ari Parker.
Like the kids are like 14 and 11 or 12, so it's not like these are kids that you still got to be hands-on with, picking them up, taking them places, dropping them off, doing this, doing that. So it's not like these are kids that are on their own where they have some time. Now the kids are in the room, because they're not old enough to be like, we don't want to be in our parents, but they might be right there popping down when they get home. Now they're so happy to see them. But I don't know, even if she was feeling a certain kind of way, if maybe the social media was going to draw them together with her airing it like that, or if she had been saying this off camera and it wasn't registering and she just felt like, oh, okay, I'll show you, because she knew that this would.
Yeah. I think it might have got him moving. Because he did come to her defense a couple of days later and said, tell people to, fall back. Because a lot of people did chastise Nicole Ari Parker for putting her husband on full furnace blast on live Instagram TV to go national.
So they were like, oh, how dare you talk about our sex symbol? I mean, your husband. They was going in on her, though. They were like she did something wrong, So for him to have to say, fall back, his fans were mad. They were.
Right, right, right. They were very upset, and they were not happy with the fact that, she aired their dirty laundry in public, and that she did not give them opportunity to talk in private, which she probably did, because once a woman becomes upset and says something publicly, that means she has done multiple times behind closed doors, and it didn't register.
No.
So, but now he hears her now. He hears her now.
Right. He like, I hear you. So now people are saying this is only gonna last a week because he gonna fall back into the same thing. But I don't feel like Boris is cheating. I don't feel like there's some side chick. You know, people who was always bringing up all kinds of stupid stuff. And that's the reason why you don't want to let people inside your business. So I don't know, was Boris chasing clout by coming back saying, see, okay, you guys, I'm doing it. Because I really don't feel like Nicole was chasing clout, but I think she was crying for some affection.
Yes, she's craving. She's feeling neglected. She feels like he's taking her for granted. He feels like she's not doing the same things that he did when he pursued her, which he did aggressively with the flowers and the candies and taking the dinner and the kissing her on the neck and grabbing her from behind, and probably the sex ain't good anymore because he's not into it. You know what I'm saying? So he had
tired or with the Twizzler.
Toys R Us. Oh, you so silly.
No, something in remember in what was that movie with Eddie Murphy and Boomerang where they was wrong? It was like something could be wrong with the Twizzler.
Right, exactly.
I don't know. And he just may be exhausted because filming a series on ABC is way different than probably filming for Fox or Empire. Like ABC, the Chicago thing, the firemen, that's a lot. You know, that's a big role. And maybe Boris is just, I mean, he's not as young as he used to be. Both of them aren't. So maybe older, you're just tired, you know? I don't know. I love Boris. I did just see him out in these LA streets at the ABFF Honors. And, you know, he didn't even have time to give me an interview because they was running kind of late behind. But still, he didn't. You know what? He was acting a little shady that night because he was hanging out with his bros. Okay. All right. And I didn't feel like reminding him of how we're friends and the mutual friend that we have. But I think I was interviewing somebody and he butted in the interview. And then he was trying to rush them off from doing the interview. I felt like he was hating a little bit, but you know, whatever, Boris, whatever. Yeah, we got eyes on you, Boris. All eyes, and that's all I'm saying. Treat your wife a little better. Remember, she is the weaker vessel. She is still a woman, even though she bringing on them empire checks like a man. Does not mean that she wants to eat, think, and act like a man, like Steve Harvey says she should. Nicole is still a lady, so treat her like one. How about that?
Well. How is it that the only time that you women say that you're the weaker vessel is when you feel like you're being mistreated? Otherwise, you like to be treated equal. You like to be, you think you're equal, but now she's the weaker vessel. Come on now, stop that. Quit.
It's in the Bible. We gonna argue with that? We gonna argue with God? That's what we gonna.
No, I'm arguing with you women who like to use that when you're victims, but otherwise y'all want to be treated equal.
Oh, now you victim shaming.
No, I'm not victim shaming. I'm saying I'm hypocrisy shaming. Yes, I am hypocrisy shaming you and the rest of you women who love to be treated equal until you're a victim, and then now you're the weaker vessel. Now you're the weaker vessel when you feel like you're a victim.
Equal when it comes for that check, for that man.
Okay.
But other than that, we want our door open. We want to be serenaded. We want you to be like, no, you hang up. No, you hang up. No, you hang up. You know, we want to do all of that. And we want you to pull out our chair at restaurants, open the door, order and pay. Pay for the food. Yeah, we want all of that. And
pay for the food. See that? See the one I'm talking about, brothers? See what I'm talking about?
When you heard that, we be weak again.
We can't win. We can't win.
Yeah, weak again. Let's talk about Jenny Ma.